Hey, shalom, shalom. It's your brother Raza Allah from GMS London Camp. First and foremost, want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash, double honors the apostles and elders, a great millstone, and blessings to the hopeful and sincere elect. Just want to do a quick response video on this situation of war. You know, the culmination of all these different nations, man, superpowers, so to speak, coming to a climax. Clash of the Titans, so to speak, in these last coming days, man, the third world that cometh quickly. And you got this guy here, the PM, Rishi Sunak, says he vows to boost Britain's defence spending by 75 billion. 75 billion, man. So, you know, all these different nations, man, especially Great Britain and America, China, and Russia, you know, these super nations of the earth, the superpowers of the earth, should I say, with all these different military and conventional weapons and nuclear weapons as well. You know, they're continually gathered together for war. You know, as the scripture says, man, they're part of the violent man, which is basically Esau Edom, because this is his system that's ruling upon the earth. And he represents that red horse that was made to take peace from the earth, man. So they're continually gathered together for war. War is in his heart. And that's why over there in the Middle East, particularly the land of Israel right now, there's no peace in the land because you got a bunch of gutter rats known as the Amalekites, you know, the so-called small hat rats, you know, as we know, the so-called Jays, over there occupying the land that's not theirs, man. Stolen inheritance, stolen land. And then on the other side, you got the Arab nations from Ishmael, Palestinians, also fighting back and forth with the Israelis for over a land that's not there. But the Lord said, you know, when the true Israelites in the homeland, the land of Israel, you know, once the smoke is all cleared from the nuclear fire and the missiles and all of that, that the nations are going to learn war no more, you know, and we're going to destroy all their weaponry, all these WMDs, you know, hypersonic missiles and all that. They're going to be disposed of, man. Because this third world war is going to be the war to end all wars, man, the war of Armageddon, which the word Armageddon, Hamagardwan in the Hebrew, which means mountain of the troops, you know, and it's coming very soon, man. We're in that time. That's why they're putting all their money, you know, as it tells in Joel 3, man, you know, the Gentiles are basically gathered together for war. So I'm going to read one or two precepts and close out. Don't make this too long, just to, you know, push the point that these Edomites, especially these so-called white people, man, you know, they're not about peace, man. They've been put on the earth to bring forth destruction, man. They're the men of perdition, the sons of perdition, you know, to bring destruction upon the earth, because that's their spirit, you know. They're the harbingers of death. So I just want to read one or two precepts and close out. Don't make this too long. Just Psalms 140 and 1. It says, prayer for protection from the wicked, against the wicked. Who's the wicked? The seed of the Edomites, man. The seed of the so-called white man. You know, they're known as the seed of the wicked. It says to the chief musician, the Psalm of David, deliver me, O Lord, from the evil man. Preserve me from the violent man. And who's the evil man? Who's the violent man on the earth? These so-called white people, man. You know, the proof's in the pudding. Since these devils came into power during the Renaissance period, you know, even before that, during the Greek and Roman empires, it's always been about war, you know, always been about occupying different nations in their own lands, you know, and in today's modern day time, America's done no different. They got army bases in army garrisons in every nation on the face of the earth, you know, because they're trying to, you know, trying to always basically show their force, you know, by way of their military, man, you know, and their might, you know. Them false miracles and all that, like it tells you in the book of Revelation, to show that they got the power over the nations, basically over the world, because the earth's been given into the hand of the wicked. But they did it through what? The blessing of the sword, which is by way of violence, you know, because that's the only way the Lord said they was going to occupy this earth, by way of the sword, which is straight. It makes him who? The violent man of the earth. You know, it says, which imagine mischiefs in their heart. Continually are they gathered together for war, and that's exactly what's happening. And then you got the, you know, front guys like Rishi Sunak, Jesus, Elamite, you know, degenerate, you know, a fronter for the New World Order, the elites, man. They'd be the puppet for the elites, basically a shield that they put up there in the front for the PM office to rule over England, Great Britain and all that. But he works for the elites, man. He works for the agenda of the elites. And the scripture says that he imagine mischiefs in their heart. So like, yeah, what's the mischiefs in their heart? A new world order. And to gain that new world order, they need to basically slaughter a lot of people on the earth, man. It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent. Adder's poison is under their lips. So yeah, so you can never trust these devils, man. They got to speak with a forked tongue. It tells you in the book of Psalms 55, the oil, the mouth speaking like oil, roughly paraphrasing, but war's in his heart, man. Smooth like oil and all that. Smooth like butter, but the war's in their heart because they're the devils, man. They're contrary to righteousness. They're the seed of the wicked, man. They're not about upholding righteousness at all because they was never made to be. They're the crooked serpent. You can't make a crooked thing straight, as the scriptures say. It says they have sharpened their tongues like a serpent's adders. Adders poison is under their lips. Salah, yeah. So they speak with a forked tongue. That's why the scripture says in Sirach 12:10, never trust thine enemy. Because as an iron rusted soul is his wickedness, man. These devils have been like this since since the Renaissance, man. Since they came back into the power during that time of the Renaissance period, man. They've always been, conspiring and trying to manipulate situations to basically steal resources and gain more power over the earth. But they do it in wickedness. It says, keep me, O Lord, from the hands of the wicked. Preserve me from the violent man who have purpose to overthrow my goings. Yeah. And that's talking about him trying to overthrow who? The children of Israel, man. The seed of the righteous. Because he has that perpetual hatred against the tribes, man. Because we ultimately got his blessing, which ultimately was for us anyway. Because we're the seed of the righteous and he's the seed of the wicked. But because we supplanted him for it, going back to Jacob when he supplanted Esau for his blessing from his father Isaac, Esau's had that perpetual hatred against the tribes, man. So he's always trying to find some way to try and destroy us so he can get the blessings back. But he's never going to get it back because it was never for him in the first place. It says, the pride have hid a snare for me, and cords they have spread a net by the wayside. They have set gins for me, Salah. Yeah, and the ultimate gin right now is the MOT to the B. Part of the New World Order, man. And anyone that takes of it, they're going to be destroyed, man. They that give consent shall be had in derision, as it says in the book of 2 Corinthians 16. Because that's the ultimate snare and trap that these devils want to basically try and take the control over the whole earth and the people on the earth, man. Part of their New World Order to turn themselves into basically an AI messiah, man. Through their artificial intelligence. So let me jump. Verse 8 says, grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, for further not his wicked. I'll read that again. Grant not, O Lord, the desires of the wicked, further not his wicked devices or device, lest they exhort themselves. Salah. And that's exactly what these devils are doing. Through their technology, the man's eyes was given into that little horn, who represents technology given to the American Edomites and the scientists and so on and so forth. They made themselves proud, man, but because of that, now they think they can surpass the premise of your heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His Son, Yahweh Shai. They actually think they can make themselves gods on the earth through their AI technology because they're looking down upon people through their satellites and so on and so forth and their cameras, man. That technology has made these devils proud. But that's going to be, that's the vain imagination of these devils thinking they're going to rule over the children of Israel forever. Because their Lord said they was only going to rule for a short season. And that time and seasons are just about up. The Lord set the bounds which they can't pass, man. So when they're about to fill their belly, meaning they're about to accomplish this New World Order with the MOT to the B, sea hipping everyone on the face of the earth, that's when the Lord's going to rain terror and destruction upon them. It's going to pull the plug on their New World Order and everything else that they had planned, man. And they're going into slavery, starting with their wicked elite. Verse 10, let burning coals fall upon them. And what are those burning coals that's going to fall upon them? Ultimately is the nuclear missiles, the ICBM missiles, which is their own blessing, basically, the blessing of the sword, used to destroy their own empire. The Lord said, let them be taken by their own wicked devices. And they conspired to make those missiles, but ultimately it's going to be the end of their whole society. It says, let burning coals fall upon them, let them be cast into the fire. Yeah, the nuclear fire, the lake of fire, especially over there in America, into deep pits. It says that they rise not up again. Yeah. Let not an evil speaker be established in the earth. Evil shall hunt the violent man to overthrow him. Yeah. So his own wicked devices are gonna be basically his downfall, man. You know, those nuclear missiles are gonna be his downfall, and they're gonna overthrow the violent man, which is the Edomites. You know, even these other nations as well. But the main violent man on the earth that was made to take peace from the earth is who? Esau, Edom, these so-called white people. You know, so let me jump to the next precept. Revelation 6:4. It says, and there went out another horse that was red, which represents who? Esau, Edom. You know, the name Edom in the Hebrew is Adawam, which means red. So this is symbolizing the so-called white people and their military might, basically. And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's all these devils have been doing since their inception, man. All they've been doing is taking peace from the earth, especially with the situation over there with Israel and Gaza and all that right now, the Palestinians. There ain't nothing but war going on over there. There ain't no peace, and that's supposed to be the most wholesome and peaceable land on the face of the earth. And it's under a straight curse right now because of the heathen that's in it, because the real children of Israel are not in the land. It says, was given to him to take, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword, and that goes back to Esau's blessing of the the sword, which ultimately is the nuclear fire, man, a nuclear weapon, the WMDs, the ICBM missiles. That's the great sword that was given to this devil through his technology, man, through Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai. And it was made to kill one another. So that's exactly what they've been doing. That's why the Esau, you got BB, that over there in Israel, they don't give a shit about how many people drop dead. They don't care about the mortality rate. As long as they, complete their agenda. That's why Esau is known as the devil that the Bible speaks of, or one of the reasons. Because, he doesn't have no remorse, man. If thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. This is Psalms 37. Because ultimately these devils are going to be taken down, man, as I said. It's a security to those who trust in the Lord, which is who? The elect of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the nation of Israel. This is an insecurity of the wicked. This is a Psalm of David, once again. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be envious against the workers of iniquity, which guys like this, he's part of the evildoers and the workers of iniquity, man. He's just trying to help Esau establish his new world order on the earth. He's a demon, man. He's a shill, and he's probably an Edomite as well. But he's got that Elamite blood running through him as well. But his daddy's probably goes back to, an Edomite. But his mum, on his mum's side, he's got that Elamite blood, so to speak. But this guy's probably an Edomite on the low, man. Because just like the American presidents and all of that, they're all related, interrelated in one way or another. Just like the prime ministers of, Great Britain and all that as well. One way or another, they're all interrelated to the bankers and all that. These different lines, bloodlines. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's really an Edomite, man, fronting like a so-called Indian. Because he doesn't talk about it. He doesn't talk like an Indian. He doesn't ever talk about being like Indian culture and all of that stuff. He acts like a fucking Edomite, man. So we gonna see anyway. It's for this verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as a green herb. Yeah. Just trust in the Lord and do good, so that thou shalt dwell on the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Yeah, so these devils are gonna be cut down very soon, man. Like it says, Joel 20:4, the triumph of the wicked is short, joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, man. Because these devils, fantasize of ruling the earth forever, but that was never their purpose. The Lord didn't purpose for them to rule the earth forever. The only kingdom that's going to rule forever is the kingdom of heaven, which is Yahweh Shai's kingdom, which is going to be on earth. And it said in Daniel 2:40 or 44 verse, it says that the power is going to be transferred to another. It's not going to be transferred to another nation, man. Basically, roughly paraphrasing, shall not be given to another. But the Lord's kingdom is going to rule for eternity, man, like forever and ever. Never-ending age, basically. Aeons and aeons, man. That's where you get the word ever and ever from, because this is basically an age, a never-ending age, a never-ending story, basically. So these devils are going down, man. The kingdom of hell is about to be destroyed, and the kingdom of heaven is about to be established through Yahweh Shai on earth and the elect, man. So we got good things to look forward to. Let me just read one more precept because regarding the war that these devils are conspiring to bring. Joel 3:9. Because the Lord ultimately is going to gather these nations to destroy themselves, man. That's what it is, man, because of what they did to the Lord's chosen people, which is the nation of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. These devils got to pay for what they've done, man. Enslaving the Lord's people. Joel 3:9. So proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves all, and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Yeah. So that's what this guy's basically establishing. That's why they're putting £75 billion worth of money into, their weaponry and all that. Their military might. Because that's basically what these devils were, the Lord's making them do. He's conspiring them to do. It says he warned that the world, the most dangerous it has been since the end of the Cold War, says when, and pledged to put the Britain's defence industry on a war footing. Yeah, so their main emphasis on this earth right now is to gather all their, their plowshares and swords and their pruning hooks and, basically into spears. Put all their money into their war artillery, basically. Verse 11 again, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Yeah, because the Lord's gathering them for what? For World War III over there in the Middle East. So they can destroy themselves, man, with their blessing, which is the sword, the nuclear weapons, man. It says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, which is the place of the Most High's judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So the Lord said, as he says in Zephaniah, that the Lord going to plead, gather the nations to plead with them, which means to judge them, multitudes and multitudes. Oh, Salakia, verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Yeah, so a World War III is nearly here, man, where you see the culmination of clashes and, tensions brewing over there in the Middle East by the Red Sea and all of that. The least of the flock shall draw them out. Meaning Israel going to draw America into the provocational war, and that means that, Russia's going to get involved because of Iran and vice versa, and then China and all these other nations going to get involved. So the Lord's making these nations get ready. The war's nearly ripe, man, but the elect need to be sealed first, and the MOT to the B needs to be, publicized and pushed and made mandatory throughout the four winds of the earth, and then the war's going to be ripe, ready for war, basically. So it says, put in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come and get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for the wickedness is great. It says, multitudes and multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of the Lord is near, in the valley of decision. Yeah, so this is what's coming, man. This is ultimately what's going to happen, man. And the Lord's gathering these nations so he can pour upon them his indignation, man. His righteous anger. And the Lord said himself that he's going to be in those nuclear missiles, in that fire. The pest, those plagues that are going to destroy these nations, man, and ultimately destroy America and turn that place into a desert, And London and all of these different places, they're going to get the backdraft of those nuclear missiles, and the earth going to reel to and fro like a drunkard. But mainly America and the land of Israel are going to be destroyed, man. But America is going to be uninhabitable after the nuclear destruction, basically. Only devils are going to dwell there, doleful creatures. So this is prophecy, man, So let these devils keep doing what they're doing, conspiring, their mischiefs and all that. But, they're going to be taken down by their own wicked devices, man. It's going to be the end of that red horse, man. That red horse is going to get put down, violently. So anyway, with that, I'm going to close out. Give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekachodash. Shalom to the hopeful and sincere elect.